a very, very satisfying, all-day, open-faced sandwich. Start out with a slice of Brea Bakery Multigrain Bread, and I love not only the chewiness, but also the crunchiness of the grains in this very hearty loaf. I like to slice just a little bit into the loaf, so my slice of bread is the perfect slice for my ham and my fried egg. Use the end for croutons, use the end from eating. I'm sure you'll find a usage, but never, ever, ever throw it away. So slice the amount of slices you want, about a ½ inch thick. Toast it, again, like you did for the croutons, either in a oven, in the case of the crostini, in a toaster. You could fry the bread. You can even use a grill pan or a cast iron pan to toast both sides. The only key is make sure it's well toasted. And as soon as it is cooked and toasty, rub it with a fresh clove of garlic. The bread does not need to be hot for this sandwich. It just needs to be toasty. Now, this is sort of a nice extra step that and an extra flavor that you can add, but not imperative to that ham and egg sandwich that we're building. And that is to make some scallion oil. Now, if you're going to omit the scallion oil, I would suggest drizzling the toasted bread with more extra virgin olive oil and a little finishing salt. If you're going to make the scallion oil, which you have the recipe for, you're going to be using the green parts only of the onion, saving the white for another use, salads, mincing up for an omelet, many uses for the white part of the onion. Most recipes that you read call for the white part of an onion and they ask you to discard the stem, the green stem end. It's a perfect usage for using the green ends. Cut them up, throw them in a blender, add the olive oil, blend it until you have a nice oniony green sauce. I'm going to spoon that over the bread that I have not drizzled extra olive oil on because I'm using the oil from this green onion oil. And then I'm going to drape some very, very thinly sliced prosciutto. My favorite prosciutto comes from Parma in Italy. Just make sure that it's sliced thin enough. You got to avoid those pre-packaged slices that are more like slabs. Way too hard to cut through. Really, really not right for this dish. So the best is to ask the butcher to slice it as thin as possible, but have it still hold its shape. And loosely drape that over the slice of bread and letting the edges hang off the bread, but still letting some of the bread be exposed. And then I'm going to pile a little fresh rucola leaves on top. I'm going to drizzle the leaves with a little bit of olive oil, small pinch of salt, and then I'm going to invite you back and I'm going to show you how to make the most perfect olive oil fried eggs. So here I'm back at the Brea Bakery Cafe kitchen. I'm heating my olive oil in a small cast iron pan. I I really recommend frying in the cast iron pan. It's great for conducting the heat. Want to make sure your oil is hot enough when you crack your egg into it, so it starts to just start to smoke. Drop that egg in. It needs to bubble. And we're going to baste the yolk a little. Just be mindful that it does spatter. You want to get all lacy and brown, but you want to make sure your egg is still running. Just like that. All right, have a slotted spatula nearby so the oil can drain. Set that olive oil egg right on top. Make sure you can see the ham, a little of the bread, the oil, the arugula leaves. If you are not using scallion oil, drizzle some more olive oil on top. In my case, spoon a little of that scallion oil, a little finishing salt, and some cracked black pepper. And then for you, I have one of my favorite all-day, open-faced ham and egg sandwiches.